All right. It's now 1 o'clock on Eastern Standard Time, so we're going to start. And I would just like to welcome you to one of many Simsol webinars that we're going to have a little bit of training on this. So we're going to be concentrating on will be the CAD diagramming drawing tool. First thing that I'm going to do here is click on Done, which will return me back to my Simsol 5.0 system. This is the actual post of the diagram that I was working in the CAD diagramming program. Okay, so the first thing that I would like to go over is going to be how to set up your areas, because that's really crucial if you'd like to use this module, which will take the area listing screen and all the different areas with the square footages and the drawing of that room and paste it into the drawing. Okay, not the square footages, excuse me, the dimensions. And so what we want to do here is set that up, and it's going to be associated to the scope of damage, which you'll see all your areas. Here I have some predefined areas. One is a master bedroom, kitchen, dining room, master bathroom, master closet, and great room. Okay. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you when I click on the master bedroom, you're going to click on DIMS. And when you do that, that's going to give your area component screen that you're used to already. I have it labeled master bedroom. I have a length of 19 by 16 by 8. Everything is all the same like you're normally used to, but what we have done is you have to be a little bit more cognizant of the offsets and the windows and the door placements. So basically what happens is it says this button right over here, it says enable area, SmartSketch, and printing. If I turn this off, that room will not be recognized by the CAD diagramming program. When I turn it on, it is now ready for input, or it takes whatever the existing dimensions that are placed in the area listing screen for this room. So for example, I have a master bedroom, 19 by 16 by 8. So this is our main area. So when I do that, I also have an offset, which is right here, 2'7" by 3'6" by 8. Okay. Now, when we click on the area components, does everybody understand what I mean by an area component? Okay, an area component would be your offsets, closets, openings, doors, windows, wing columns, a tray ceiling, dome ceiling. The CAD diagramming program does not recognize the tray ceiling, dome ceiling. It does recognize the wings, columns, windows, doors, regular openings, closets, and offsets. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on a component that I've already into the system, and it's my offset of 2'7" by 3'6". As you can see, it's over here on this right-hand corner of the area. What you need to do as an adjuster is we need to determine what wall it was located. Is it located on the left? Is it located on the top? Or was it located on the right? So when you're out there adjusting and you're scoping your notes, what I would strongly recommend if you'd like to use this function is get your dimensions, draw a little, for each area, draw a little diagram of that area, and then just say I've got a window here on the left-hand side, and what's the distance off the wall? And that's what we need to determine. And what wall is it on? So we need to identify the component, which in this case being the offset. What wall is it? It's on the right wall, and the distance from the top left. That means right up here in this corner. So if I put 15.6, that is going to be the placement of where my component is going to be. So when you start taking dimensions now in the field, You're just going to have to be cognizant of your doors and your window openings and where is it placed on which wall. If you don't want to put those in, a lot of people say, I don't like to put my doors in. I don't like to put my windows in. Leave them off if you'd like to, and we can add them to the drawing after we get into the CAD diagram and we import that into the canvas. And then we can add those later if you want to do that. Just be aware that when we do put in the doors and windows in, it takes out for the areas for your drywall. Okay, so does everybody understand that? Okay, let's take a look at the door here. I've got a door here that's part of that offset, so that's like an entry. And then all you need to do is make sure 2'6" by 6'8", and it's associated. Now this is important. What is it associated to? What component is this door associated to the master bedroom, or is it associated to the offset? In this case, it's associated, because you look at the tree here, it's associated to the offset. Everybody see that right here? Okay. The question we get all the time is, well, I need it to be associated to the master bedroom. Well, before you put that component in, that door component in, you need to have focus on the area that you want. In this case, it's going to be the master bedroom, and then I can click on it, and then it will put that door up there. Now, I still have the door associated to the offset. I'm going to leave that alone because it's part of our import. If I did want to put in a master door in there, I can come up and gain focus on the master bedroom and click door. So when I do that, I can then pick the size of the door, or I can use a user defined. So if I just want to put a 3.0 by 6'8" in, see how I have that in there? And then I can put that distance from the top left, put in 2 foot, and you see that I have a door in there. Okay, so that's how I put a door in. If I need to get rid of that door from the main area, I can select it, highlight the door, and then select delete. Okay, and that's how easy it is to put in offsets, closets, wing walls, and doors. Okay. Also be aware that we can put photos on these. So if you already do your photos and it's already marked for that bedroom, you could actually click on this. I don't have any photos in the system right now. I would just hit this down arrow, and then it would automatically attach 2 photos to the room, which looks really nice when you print out your estimate. Okay, is there any questions on this?
Not so far.
Not so far, everything's clear?
Yes.
Remember that you need to associate the doors openings to the area that you're in. Okay, you saw that I have a door in here on this offset. Okay, you saw how I came over to the master bedroom and picked a door and then place that door on the top and then actually move that door using the distance from the top left. Is everybody good with that? Okay, so you're going to do that for all your remaining rooms, and I'm going to click on done here. So now that I've got these all in there, would you just like to look at the DEMS screen for each room? So I'm going to go through that very quickly. So you can see we have an opening, we have a window, we have an offset, we have a closet. Just going to go to the great room. I got a closet in the great room. Got my door opening. Okay, so now that I've got my areas the way I want them, I can now proceed to the CAD diagramming program. Take my mouse. 2 ways we can do this. We can come right up to the ribbon and find the diagram and click it, or I can simply come up and then select diagrams, right click using my mouse, and left click new. And welcome to the new diagram program. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this full screen, and this is the actual diagramming module, okay? I'm going to get out of it for just a second because I want to show you something. When I click on Done, you see that it needs a title down here, okay? Here I have something on the floor plan. Well, this is what we're going to import in today from, remember, the master bedroom, the kitchen, the dining room, the great room. See how fast we can make that drawing, okay? And then I'm going to add to that drawing, okay? This right here is the result of putting that diagram in, plus I added some more garage and some more wing walls and some other components. So you'll see how I do that. Here I'm going to say loss of risk. Okay, so I named my diagram. That's the most important thing. There is a button over here called edit diagram, excuse me. And I got out of it and I'm going back into it. I named my diagram, but I can't draw anything because I don't have the tools. That's because I got out of the diagram. So, and then I click on the loss of risk, which is a blank sheet on a blank canvas. I'm going to click on edit diagram. And now I have I'm ready to draw. If I click the diagram button, it'll automatically put this in this mode. Just remember, if you're trying to do an edit of a diagram, highlight the diagram name and hit edit diagram. Is everybody good with that?
Yep.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to show you one of the new components of taking all those areas and instantly placing them on a canvas. Okay, so I'm going to take my mouse, and if you take a look at, these are our tools that we have up here on our top ribbon. Okay, the import areas, it says there's 6 available areas that I can import. Okay, so it knows how many areas. If that button that says use the SmartSketch is turned on, that's how the system knows I want to grab that area. Okay, it'll put it in a list in just a second. So, and then we have the quick sketch. Let me just emphasize that all the tools that you are familiar with within the 4.0 is also available in this version 2. So you're not losing any of the drawing tools. They're all in here and a lot more. Okay, so just want to make sure that we understand that. And then we have the name. I can change it right here. These right here are the drawing tools. I have to have that selected, an object select. I'm going to go over that in just a second. Here we have text color. I can change the color of the text. And what you want to do is just try to get familiarized and just place your mouse over these little tools, and I'll tell you what it's all about. Okay? These are our main drawing tools, which are right here: lines, shapes, tools, walls, and area components. Now, if you see something like this, I just want to show you a couple things here. See how you have the plus here and there's nothing, it's collapsed? If you just take your mouse and left click on that, that will expand that bunch of line components tools. Okay? So if you see something like this, remember you just have to click on the plus and it will expand. Okay, a couple shortcuts before I start doing that operation of importing. I just want to come down here of some very powerful tools. This right here is scale to fit. If your drawing does not fit in your canvas, take your mouse and left click on this. It will automatically rescale, and you're going to see how I do that in a second. This scales in. This puts in a default scale that we have for a standard drawing, and this scales out. Okay, so the one I always use is right here on the scale to fit. You'll be using that quite a bit. The tools that you see over here from the 1 foot, that sets up our grid. I can hit the grid button that you see here, and it's off by the nearest foot. personally, I go it from the 1 inch because I have a lot more control. But when I do that, it loses the actual grid pattern, okay, because it's too small. But if you need that grid pattern, you can use a custom and put in every 6 inches if you want. The grid pattern will emerge. Okay. This one here is a very unique tool because it will, any free drawing that I want to do, or if you have problems drawing vertical and horizontal lines, some of us all have that when we're using our mouse, it will automatically force the computer to draw only vertical and horizontal lines. You can't draw diagonal lines. Okay. Just wanted to show you that tool there. Okay, so we're all ready to see how this happens? Yes, no, maybe so? Okay, here we go. Take our mouse, go up into port areas. So when I click on this, these are all the areas that are available to import. If I want to grab all of them, I could hit select all or click the box. Then when I do that and click on done, the action of done, there are my areas. Now, remember what I said that we can actually do a scale to fit. I can click on that one. So it'll expand it for you a little bit easier. Okay. Now, these are our areas. What we're going to do is we're going to use a procedure called snap points. Snap points. And how do we use a snap point is what it does, you'll see a little hand come up. So basically what I'm doing is I'm putting this together like an erector set. See how I'm doing, see how I have my little hand right here? Does everybody see it in the corner? If I don't have it, I don't have focus on that corner. So basically what I'm doing is just take my mouse, get the hand, left click, and I'm just going to drag it and then place it right there on the corner and let go. So watch me do it again. I'm going to take my dining room. I'm going to got the hand, take it to another snap point. Now, a snap point is the little X's that you kind of see a little X. It's very faint on the corners of the areas. Everybody see that? It's hard to see, but it's right here. You'll see a, and then if you put your mouse in that area, you're going to see a hand. The hand represents snap points. So now I can then move the master bathroom and the master closet in place by using these snap points. Now, I'm going to come over here like this and select this. But before I do this, I have an opening here. I want you to be cognizant of this opening. Does everybody see the opening here? This opening? Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do something special. So not to lose this opening, I'm going to left click on the master bedroom. I'm going to come up to one of these tools called Bring to Front. Did everybody see that? Bring to Front. So when I click on this, I just brought whatever's marked here to the front of the canvas. So when I come over here and take my master bathroom and I'm going to snap it to this corner, see? See how easy I did that? I'm going to try that again, watch. Oh, by the way, you'll get to know these two tools here. This is called undo and redo. Undo and redo. You guys are going to love this one because if you ever make a mistake, and I can bring up to 26 times, is what the programmer tells me, that I can undo and redo. So watch. I can come over here and click on this, brings it back. Click again. I can start from the beginning if I want to, and then continue on.
Okay, now the opening for the master bedroom, if you had not brought it to the front, would it have
It would be
disappeared?
solid. It would be solid, sir. So
Okay.
I would just, what I would do was take my master bathroom and push this to the rear or bring it to the back of the canvas. Let me show you what it would do if I'm going to bring it back. And this time, I'm going to bring this to the front. Okay.
Okay.
When I take when I mark it and I have the snap point and I select it, see how it takes out the missing area that's pre-existing? Now, if you do that, that's no big deal. You can just take this master bathroom and send it to the rear. Send to back. Now, do you see your opening?
Oh, yeah, it's nice.
Okay, so if you ever run into that type of problem, you can always select the object, send it either to the back or the forward of the canvas, thus exposing your openings, doors, and other modules. Okay, so now that I've got that in, I can then come back and continue this on by using my snap points and then selecting my snap point here to the corner. And there you see there. Now, what I might have to do here is send this to the back. So there we have our proper diagram. Okay?
Yep.
So that's how we import areas into our canvas. Okay? Now, what I can do here is now that I've got that in there, I can actually jazz it up if I want to by adding exterior walls. Simply, what I'm going to do here is go to scale to fit, as you can see. So now that I have scale to fit, I have a better working canvas on this. And, or I can zoom, I can make it a little bit smaller, or I can scale out. Maybe I'll just do one. There we go. And I want to move this to the center. I'm going to show you a trick on how to move this to the center so that I can add more, I can have more area, more canvas area to work with. I'm going to take my mouse. I'm going to take it right up to the corner, and I'm going to left click and I'm going to draw a box. See what I'm doing here? I'm drawing a box. Once I have that, all the objects have been marked, and then I just move it to the center. See how easy that is?
Okay. Now, can you see my mouse?
No, I cannot.
Okay. The right wall of the great room to the dining room, that gap there, move your mouse up to the opening in the wall.
Right here, yes.
How do we fill that in?
That's a door that's going to be popped up because we put a door opening in there. If you need to make that solid, you'll see what I can add a solid wall to it. But there is a door opening here. If I need to, I can actually take that door out. The question that we get a lot is that, well, I have a door in there. It doesn't need to be in there. That's your question. I can do it two ways. One, I can abandon this sketch, go back to the door, and then properly place that or remove that door if needed. Okay?
Okay.
That's one way. Or the second way is just draw a line on it, which you'll see in just a second what I'm going to be doing. And I'll just run it all the way out so you can see. Okay? So I can draw a line, take one of my line tools, and take a line tool and take that and then cover, mark that from here to here. But I'm going to show you a trick here. See that little 90, see the little, the 90 here? So this will force the computer to only make 90-degree angles, okay? So we'll come up here to this window here. Just like that. See how I did that?
Yes.
Okay. Kelly, you had a question? I'm sorry. We try that again, please. I saw it on the screen and I didn't see if you have a anybody have a question on that? Karen, did you have a question? if I put this in, it will resize when you print it out. And I don't know if that was her question. Yes, it will scale it out and put it on the page. But now that I've got my drawing right here, I can now take advantages of some of the line tools that I have. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a line tool, and there's two modes within the Simsol system in the CAD diagramming program. The normal mode, which is what we're presently on, means that every time I draw an object, I have to reselect an object. There's another mode that we have called insert mode. Does everybody see my mouse?
Yes.
When I click on the insert mode, that means it'll retain the selection of whatever tool that I pick. So for example, I'm going to take this called exterior walls. When I left click on it, it's now ready to go. And I'm just going to take it and I'm just going to trace it. And I've got that 90 on, so I can only make 90s right now. So it works really good. It's hard to make a mistake when you got that. So as you can see, I'm just tracing and kind of prettying up my diagram. So you see how I did that? I use my exterior wall, and that'll give me my dimensions. If I need to put missing area lengths in, what I can do here is click on a new tool, which is the 2 with the underscore, which is called a dimensional tool. So it kind of shows you what my dimensions for the areas are.
Yeah, it's nice to have total dimension, including the openings.
So that's one way, that's how you do it. Okay, so you just pick the tool. How about this? How about if I want to add a garage? Okay, if I come over here to the area components, add an area component. So if I don't have damage to the garage, but I got damage to, usually a lot of people like to just, you know, record what their dimensions are for damaged areas only. Okay, and if they want to do that, that's fine. What I think a lot of adjusters are going to start to do is measure every room. But let's say they only, for this diagram, they only diagram the master, kitchen, dining room, great room, and that's the damage that they have.
Actually, the carriers are starting to ask for diagrams and photographs of damaged and undamaged areas.
Rightly so. Rightly so. So, but let's say this is the only thing that's damaged and you took those in. I'm going to now finish the diagram off with adding more components, meaning I'm going to put a garage in there. Okay, so I can add to it. Take my mouse, click on the area component, and let's say that now if you take a look at here at the bottom of the screen, it says my width is 21'4" and my length is 30 foot. But so if I want to just make a 20 by 20, I can get it in the area. But let me show you a trick here. See how it says 18.7 by 21.8? So I wasn't really good making that square up, was I? So what I'm gonna do here is watch this. If I'm on insert mode now on, I'm just going to take that off for just a second. And to select an object is real easy. You're going to take your white arrow. I don't know if you've been working with the diagram program off of the 4.0. They have a red arrow. Well, it's the same thing. I'm going to take the white arrow, place it on the canvas. When I do that, look at the bottom. Let's say that I want to take that to 20 feet, 0 inches. And take this by 20 feet, 0 inches. And all I need to do is click apply. So when I do that, 20 by 20. See how easy it is? So if I made a mistake, you know, and I just get in the area, go and select it again, and then move it to where it has to go. Now your next question is probably, well, how do I know that's a garage? Right?
Yep.
How do I know that's a garage? Well, real simple. Take my mouse and I can use a text tool. See the text tool up here?
Yes.
If I take my text tool, place it on the canvas, and I just draw it like this. See how I made a little box? And my text tool is blinking here. It activates these tools up here, and I'm going to make that, let's say 10, let's say a 10 font. There we go. And you don't see a blinking cursor there, do you?
No.
If you take your mouse, correction. If you go up and hit F2, I now have focus, and I can now type in garage. And then all I have to do is mark it and move it the way I want it. And that's how I can mark my garage.
Okay, very nice. Now what about putting a garage door in there?
That's my next thing. So I need to put a garage door in. Take my mouse and I can use a door opening, or I could use an opening, either or. I'm going to take my door and I'm going to place it on the line of the exterior wall. Select it. Now, do you see how that is horizontal? See the door?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can make that vertical very easily by taking my mouse, having focus on the object. Now I have two ways. See how I can do this? Or I can, since it's marked up here, I have a special tool up here that says rotate 90 left, rotate 90 right. So I can actually get a perfect door opening right on the wall by using my rotate 90 left and right tool, as long as I have focus on it. So you can see I didn't have to make a garage from my area listing screen. I'm adding it on the fly to the canvas.
Nice.
If I need to slide this down, focus it, and then move it. Now see how my door is only 5 foot? So we have a problem there, don't we?
Yes.
I can come up here and just say, well, I want 16 feet. Click apply. Now move it up. That's how easy it is. You have full, complete control.
Is there a way to center it automatically so that the side wings are equal?
No, it does not auto center because it has no reference point. So, but you can slide it in very quickly. You know, it's on there. Okay. So I also want to add a wing wall. You know, when you walk into some of these great rooms or the entryway, there might be a little wing wall. Well, I can add that because we have a component called wing walls. So I have focus on the wing wall. I place it where I want to draw it. And there's my wing wall. And if I want to identify it, I can, but, you know, as a wing, put some text on it. Okay. If I need to hide these dimensions, if I just have it on the click of the room, see it says show description. Well, I can take that off. Hide description. Show description. Okay. Show dimension, hide dimension. So whatever focus that you have on the room will hide or show description. That's what these tools are about right here. Okay. If I need to center this garage, I can actually move it around, but I do have the ability to center it in the box if you need to. Okay.
If you need the text.
center the text within the box, which is the actual text box, which is right here. So when I click on bold, I can actually make it bold if I need to. If I need to draw damage, I can make a circle or put a pool in. So if I move this down, I can actually put in a pool. And then from that, I can fill it. Well, we don't want a green pool, do we? No, that looks too bad. How about a crystal blue pool? There we go. Okay. And then I can put a text box in there. And it always likes to go back to the last setting, in this case 10. I can make this to 12. When I change that, guys, just remember that I have to hit the F2 key to get focus on that. If I need to center it, I can place it like that and center it, and then just type in pool. If I need to use some other tools, a lot of people say, well, I'd like to make a little flower pen or something like that. We can draw circles, half circles, squares, lines. So we can add that, okay? So basically the way this works, if you need to also select these, areas that are pre-existing, they're listed right here. Master bedroom, kitchen, dining, master bathroom. So we can select those. I mean, just tells it, it doesn't select it. It just shows you that that's what's on the import. Okay. All right. So we can do a lot of different types of diagrams based upon these tools. Okay. So I'm open for questions right now. Anybody want to ask a question?
Not at the moment. I think I've learned enough today to need you on practice.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions or any suggestions? Anything you like, don't like? You think it's an improvement?
You got the master closet there, and the door was got a line through that. Would that show a door there, or?
Right here?
Yeah.
Yes. If I take the area, which is right here, master closet, and put that to the front, as soon as I have focus on this.
Okay, you just had to
and
bring
then
it to the front.
That's right. I can send it to the front.
Okay.
There you go.
And it moved it down to the bottom of the screen and doubled it.
Yeah, I can take that off there. There we go.
Danny.
Yes.
This is Perry. When you change it in the CAD section, does it change it in the scoping section? Like, are they linked?
They are not, because we would violate patent if we did that. There's a little guerrilla company called Xactimate, and they have a patent that says you can't take a diagram and put those dimensions to the area listing screen. So we cannot do that. So we did the opposite way. Is anybody familiar with the Xactimate sketch program?
Yes, yeah.
So you know that you're going to draw it first, and then it creates those areas on the fly for you.
Yeah, we were kind of hoping that that you would be able to do that as well.
We can't do that because of a patent.
Gotcha.
Okay, but we can take it's. I think it's faster if you take the areas, create your areas first that you saw, and then import them on the canvas, and then snap them. You're done. And the reason why I had that copy one, because I came over and hit the copy button by accident. So what I did to correct that was I just backed up.
Right, just undo.
Yeah, that's how easy it is. And I can erase this whole drawing or the components of the drawing by just keeping that undo button, which is right here. Keep pressing it. all my objects that I've just put in would be taken out. And then if I need to bring it back, I can hit the other redo button.
Okay, show me one more time off the master bedroom. You have a little patio area to the outside.
Okay, off the master bedroom, okay, which is right here, a little patio. I can make it circle, or I can select this and just hit, oh, there's another thing that I can do is hit the delete key. That's just a hot shell key. So if there's an object that has focus and you want to delete it, just hit the delete key on your keyboard. Okay, so if I wanted to put a little patio, I can come over here and take a square free area, and it'll draw the dimensions off from here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can mark it as patio. Okay, how do we deal with levels? In a three-dimensional, what I do is it does not copy the whole. Let's say if I had the same diagram, or excuse me, the same exterior perimeter, and it's like a two-story, it won't grab, like the master bathroom, the great room, kitchen on there. I cannot select it all and copy and paste it into a brand new level for like the second story. It doesn't do that as of yet. We are aware that needs to be done, but it's not in this version. Does that answer your question, caller?
How would you show stairs?
What I do on my stairs, and we are going to be putting in a stair module, is what I could do here is make a box, and then I just draw lines through it. And I'm sorry we don't have a component on stairs, but that's a little more complicated, but we are going to have it for the next release, okay? To make stairs, I would just make a box or a free area if you want.
Okay. By next release, you mean 6?
It could be a 6 or it could be a service pack. That has not been determined as of yet.
Okay.
But I can just type in lines and make my stairs this way. I mean, I can just put in lines like this is what I would do. Big thing is you can copy this. So I could actually copy this and keep on making my stairs up that way. But we are aware of more components that are needed within the system. And the big thing is going to be stairs. I believe toilets will be in there, appliances, stuff like that. If I needed to make,
I'm sorry.
If I needed to make a cabinet, let's say that I have a wall that comes up here and I've got cabinets there, I can just simply take this here and then type in cabinets.
Right.
So, and then if I need to put in a sink, I can do it that way. I mean, there's a lot of creativity that you can do. So, yeah, we are going to make these components so that they can be drawn and reshaped to what you want in there. So, it's totally different. This is a full CAD diagramming program rather than the 4.0 that was just drawing lines. So it's a lot more complicated. Took about 2 years to do. So, and we're adding to it. We're not just going to abandon it. It's just going to be there's things that have to be added to it, and it's only going to get better.
Sounds good.
Okay, if you have any questions whatsoever, you can email those to me at dannys@simsol.com. That's DANNYS @simsol.com. We also have a support at simsol.com, SUPPORT @simsol.com. If you want to direct that, that will go to our technical support manager, and he will follow it up with that. If you have any suggestions you would like to see, also feel free to email us on that. Okay. So, and if you do need technical support, let me give you a telephone number. It's the 1-800 number, 1-800-447-4676. Option 1 will be technical support. If you need to get a hold of me directly, it will be extension 520. So now that we have our diagram drawn, the only thing is I need to hit done, and that posts it to our canvas. And it's ready to be printed. So when I come up here to print, just like you always do, come over here to loss of risk, select it. I'm going to just do a print preview of this. There's our screen.
And there you go.
And always follow it up with the scale to fit, works out real well. Okay. So when you print it, it looks very sharp. If you go to, if I printed it to a PDF, it'd be very sharp. Let me do that one time to show you. So when I come over here and I select the last claim, which will be the restore button here, click on print, go to PDF writer. Takes a second for it to write it, but it's coming right now.
I see your Adobe is just about as fast as ours.
And here's your diagram. Here's. Okay, there you go.
Okay, I don't see mine, but.
Oh, sorry, my fault. I have tool screens.
Ah, there we go.
I do apologize. But that would be our diagram.
There you go, very nice.
Okay, so what you could do is use your area components, get used to when you're out on the risk, finding out what the distance is and what wall it's on. Put that in. If you don't want to put doors in, a lot of adjusters tell me, well, I don't put doors in my component entries. Well, then leave them off then, unless it takes a big impact on the claim. And then import those in, and then you can then use some of the other tools in there to enhance that.
Cool. Very good.
Okay, Karen, what is your question again? I'm so sorry. She has a question here. Can you create two diagrams? The answer is that each diagram, you can have unlimited diagrams. So I can keep on hitting a new diagram, and it's gonna place that in there. I can't copy components from one diagram into the next as of yet. It has been talked about. That's one of the things that we're exploring that. And also a library of shapes. So there's a lot of things that we want to put on the next release.
Yeah, the library would be nice.
The library of shapes would be excellent. For example, if you have a gambrel roof or if you have another type of roof. Another thing I'd like to tell you is if you do a roof, you can't on a roof on the area listing screen. If you come up and click on roof, presently it does not import the roof section into the diagrammer. You can free draw it, but it's not available as of yet, but it will be. Okay?
Okay. You can't import your roof from your tree.
That's correct.
It has to be brought in.
Yeah, what you would do is just create a diagram and free draw it, which is actually very easy. Before I leave you today, I would like to do one diagram real quick using what's known as Quick Sketch, and you guys already know how to do it, okay? Because I'm just going to click on Done here, and I'm going to create a new diagram. And Karen's question was, can I have multiple diagrams in the system? And the answer is yes. So I can do, diagrams floor per floor if I need to. But I just want to show you one other component which I did not, and it's very important. It's called Quick Sketch, and you guys already know how to do it. But I think it's going to be very nice when you see the output. So if I start the Quick Sketch like you always do, it's now going to be Quick Sketch. Place it on the canvas, and it's ready for input right now. See, it says Quick Sketch on down here at the bottom. I'm going to really expand this. I'm going to say it's 200 feet. So I'm putting 200, and I'm hitting the right arrow on my keyboard. Do you see how that's off the screen there? Everybody see off the screen?
Mm-hmm.
If I take my mouse and go to the scale to fit, it automatically will scale to fit that. So now I can come up and go down to 100 feet, then go to 100 feet to the left, and if I need, I can hit scale to fit again, and now come in 50 feet, scale to fit again. So I can keep hitting that button, and now all I need to do is come up and put 100 in to the left, and as always, just like you did for the 4.0, from the to the 5.0, you just hit the A button, which closes the Quick Sketch. So you can see there's some great advantages to the Quick Sketch by that new scale to fit button for those large commercial losses.
And for doing a perimeter wall, even just on a domestic risk.
Absolutely. So as you can see, that's how I could do the perimeter of the risk very, very quickly by using my Quick Sketch operation.
Cool.
Okay, so it's just like what you used prior in the 4.0. The rules have not changed on that. Okay, you hit the A to follow it up. That'll close the gap on your last coordinate. And it closes the diagram. Is there any other questions I can answer for you? I ran a little bit long, and I'm sorry, but I wanted to show you all the components.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, if you have any, things that we can improve our webinar, you can email Mary L. at simsol.com. She's kind of like the watchdog around here. She'll keep us straight. Is there anything that you want to see in Simsol to do? We're having different webinars coming up showing what 5.0 can do.
Great.
Okay, I thank you, gentlemen and ladies, and have a good day.